Wrapping up the show, we'll be meeting with Lauren Monahan with the city's Division of Waste Management to find out about proper cart set out and storage for your yard waste, trash, and recycling.
Lauren Monahan here with the city's Division of Waste Management. Do you have city waste collection pickup service? If so, we've got some helpful information for you today that will help you successfully place your containers on the curb, as well as correctly and properly store them in between your service days each week. Now, we've talked before on this program about the proper ways to correctly set out your containers the night before your day of service each week. Whatever day that is, you'll want to place your containers at least 3 feet apart on the curb out front so that your containers can be easily serviced by our trucks. Most of our residential routes have reverted to using side loader trucks. What this means is that there is an automatic arm that reaches out to grab your container. You want to make sure that you've got space in between each container so that that driver can easily access each container as he drives through your neighborhood with each separate truck. Another important thing to note about setting your carts out the night before is to not set any bags on top of the containers, as they won't be able to be serviced properly by the side loader truck that comes through the neighborhood. Another thing to also remember, if you have extra cardboard set out, don't lean that up against the container, but set that right next to the container on the curb. It's serviced sometimes by a different truck, and that just makes it easier for our crews to service. One thing that a lot of residents may not be aware of here in Lexington is that we have an ordinance in place that requires containers to be removed from the curb as well as the front area of homes in between your service days each week. What that essentially means is that containers cannot be stored on the curb or in the front yard or front driveway area. They must be pulled either into a garage or storage area, pulled off the curb, and around the side or back of the home in between your service days. Here are some examples of what you do not want to do. You don't want to keep your container on your front porch or in the front yard area, in front of your garage, on the driveway. These areas are locations that are examples of improper places to store your containers. Now, around this time of year, we still have a lot of yard projects going on, home improvement projects. So we also wanted to review the proper ways to dispose of yard waste in particular, since that is a frequent item we see out on the curb for pickup each week. Some things to remember: the best way to dispose of yard waste here in Lexington, if you do have city waste collection services, is to use a Lenny container. That's your gray container for yard waste only. Now, if you don't already have a Lenny container, it's really easy to order one. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call LexCall at 311 or 425-2255, and they'll help get a Lenny delivered to your home. This is free of charge, and this service comes complimentary with your waste collection services. Acceptable items for your Lenny container include leaves, grass clippings, and tree branches or plant or yard material. Some items that do not go in the Lenny under any circumstances are dirt and rocks. So make sure you're not placing those items in your Lenny container. Now, a good tip to follow with leaves or grass clippings: if you want to enrich your grass, your yard, your soil with a few more nutrients, a great tip to follow would be to mulch leaves or to leave your grass clippings on the lawn itself. This provides your lawn with extra nutrients throughout the year. Limbs and tree branches that do not fit inside the Lenny container can be bundled with string or twine and set directly next to the Lenny container on the curb. You do want to leave a little bit of space so that the side loader truck can easily service your Lenny container. But those do go right on the curb the night before your collection day to be serviced by our yard waste route. Another tip to follow when placing yard waste out for pickup by the Division of Waste Management is that no tree branches or stumps can exceed 6 inches in diameter. So if it is one of those larger stumps or tree branches, make sure you cut that down so that the diameter does not exceed 6 inches and the length does not exceed 4 feet. Now, fall leaf collection, it is just around the corner after we complete the summer months here in Lexington. So watch for the fall leaf collection schedule. This can be found on the website. It's a really great tool. You can plug in your address and it will tell you the week that your leaves are to be collected in your area if you rake your leaves on down to the curb area. This website is www.lexingtonky.gov/leaves. This website will be up and running closer to the fall season, so stay tuned for that. Now, everything we've talked about today will help you correctly store your containers after your service is completed each week, and also correctly set out your yard waste material. If you have any questions about what we've talked about today on the program, please call us at 311-LEX-CALL or 425-2255, and we'll answer any questions or concerns you may have about the program. You can also follow us on Facebook or Twitter at Live Green Lexington. Thanks for joining us again.